all the related list. Out of all those related lists, I just want to display contacts now. So what I will do, I just need to give this tag related list, ethics related list, and give the name of the list, contacts. This has to be one column because it's a page block section. So now if you look into this page, first of all details have come up, that's fine, and after that only contacts has come. In that section only contacts has come, right? If I want opportunities after this, what I need to do, I just need to create one more section for opportunity. You can copy this entire stuff. Copy this entire thing, put it here. Right, Suvajit, okay with you?
Yes.
Okay, the same kind of a page. So now what? You want to see the code? So whatever we want, the order in which we want, we can bring it. Okay. Now the same kind of a code. Now think of another requirement. Again, I mean, I just said initially that we will, think of the requirements and work on those. Think of another requirement. Your team says that okay, there are a lot of related lists, and it becomes difficult for us to scroll down. We want all the related lists to come on the screen at the top as tabs, in the form of tabs. So I should be able to click on contacts to see. So there should be a tab called contacts. There should be a tab called opportunities. There should be a tab of cases, and I should be able to click on any one of the tabs to see the data. Right. For that, what we need to do. For that, we have to create another page. So if you are clear on this page, we are moving on to the other page, where we will create the same thing with tabs. It picks page block that will I say account details with tabs. For creating tabs, first thing that we need to do, we need to create a tab panel. Tab panel is a panel like this, where your tabs can actually go and sit. First of all, we need to create that tab panel. Create a tab panel. Within the tab panel, go and create the tab. So we'll give a label to the tab. Let's say details, text Now, in details, what we want to show? We want to show the details. Right. So let's use a detail tag here and say related list equals false. Similarly, you can create other tabs. Label is what label you want to see on the tab. So label can be contacts. This time it will be a related list. List name contacts. So what it does, it creates the tabs. For us. Now what we can do, we can just take the ID of the record, put it here, question mark ID equals paste. So now the data comes here, but this time it's in form of, so it does not go down, it comes in the form of tabs. So if you want to look into what contacts it has, you can just click on the contacts. So create the tab panel, under that create the tabs, and under that click on creating your content. So I worked with related list, you can work with some other thing. Like you can have a tab for basic info, one for contact info, that things. Sujit, creating tabs is okay?
So you're not putting everything in one page, but you're creating tabs for easy navigation.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
It's the same page but different tabs for it, right? Now the other, yeah, good. Fine. So different tabs will create, and under which tab what content we want, we just have to put that. It's very simple. Okay. Done with it? Fine. Okay. Next thing that we have to, since we are talking about tabs, something which would come to mind is every time you click on one of the tabs, you see the entire page gets reloaded. Okay, and that is one reason why it takes a lot of time to switch from one tab to other tab. You'll see there is a complete page refresh which happens, and that is the reason why it is taking time to enhance whenever you are using tab, to enhance that performance. I mean, right now we are working with a little data, but if I could have like 10 tabs and I can have a lot of data into that, so it might take a lot of time into rendering the entire page again. So in that case, what happens? The performance is not that good, right? So to enhance the performance, what we can do, we just can include Ajax here. Ajax is what? Ajax is kind of a partial refresh of the page. Rather than refreshing the entire page, you might just want to refresh that part of the page, the tab part. For that, we just have to do a small thing. At the tab panel, there is an attribute which is called switch type. Switch type equals Ajax. That's it. There's an attribute called switch type equals Ajax. Just have to type. Then what will happen? It will, while switching, it will just do the partial refresh. It will not refresh the entire page. Now, if you see, you will be able to make out the difference. We have changed the switch type to Ajax. And if you click on contacts, see, the complete page is not getting reloaded. Now it's faster as compared to the earlier one. Correct. So whenever we are using tab, depends. I mean, if we want to reload the entire page, then we have to do it. Let's say that there are certain data which need to be updated and some other fields also, then we'll have to do it. But most of the cases, it should be fine with the Ajax. So whenever we are working with tab, we should do Ajax. Clear, Subhajit?
Yep.
Good. Switch type equals Ajax, and that is something which you will need to define at the tab panel itself. We don't have to go and define it for each and every tab. So all the tabs which are under that panel will be covered by that. Okay. Now, there's one more thing that we'll do. Let's say, so far whatever pages we have created, we are just displaying the data. What if I want to edit the data also? Right. I mean, I have all these pages, it's fine. I have a detailed page. I want an edit page also. I mean, I want a tab in which I should be able to edit the data.
Edit is there, right?
And that edit button is there. That is the standard edit button. But I want to create my custom. I just want to be able to edit 5 fields. So if we look into the first page, we displayed data for 5 fields, but that was a read-only page. But if I want to create fields where the data can be entered, okay. So Vijay, clear on that part? So far we are dealing with read-only fields, right? If I want to have a field where I can edit or enter the data from my side, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So let me just go and create one more tab here. I'm gonna deal with that in the same page. View and edit. Okay. So for editing, we need input fields. Okay. Rather than just displaying the fields, we need input fields. So input field is a tag which will help you give some input to the system. So input field always need to be used under within Apex form tag. So first of all, you will have to create a form. Within the form, you will have to put input field. Value of the field. So value here, within value you will have to define the expression. So now using this, I mean, one, we are simply using the expression. So if you just put the expression, then it becomes a read-only value. If you put this expression within that input field value, then what happens? It becomes an input field. So you will be able to enter the data. Let's just see what exactly it has done. Go to view and edit tab and see. So it creates an input field. This time it does not just straight away create that thing. What do you call it? A read only.